Hello everybody and welcome on into the Leah Center for some holiday hoops. I'm Max Blakelock alongside Charlie Halleckman. Temple hosts Princeton for the second time in the last month. Temple came out with a victory 79-75 down in Florida at the ESPN Events Invitational on November 25th. As we get ready for tip-off here at the Leah Center during winter break. A lot of families in the crowd tonight. Gavin Griffiths, Darian Ford, Aiden Tobiasen, Jordan Mason, Jemai Felt for the Owls. Landon Clark, Jack Stanton, Jackson Hickey, CJ Happy, and Malik Abdullahi for Princeton. As Felt will win the tip for the Owls. Over to Jordan Mason, who brings the ball up. Mason down to the left wing to Felt. Hands it off to Ford on the screen. Ford cuts it back, spins, puts up the shot, no good. A rebound, Jemai Felt, and no into the hands of Abdullahi for the Princeton Tigers.
Jemai Felt already in there, who's taking place of starting tonight instead of Babatunde Duradola, where the Owls have really struggled on the boards this season. So just change up from Adam Fisher and company, trying to get some more rebounds.
As down in low, there it goes, and missed and got his own and got it again and missed, and still fighting for it is Hickey down low. Kicks it out to Abdullahi, who drives on Griffiths and gets the left-handed layup to go. So Princeton on the board first, 2-0, 19 minutes remaining here in this first half as Jordan Mason brings it over to Darian Ford, Temple's leading scorer. Over to Tobiasen on the left wing. Mason now with it on the right wing. Pulls up for three, his three-pointer, back iron, rebound there by Landon Clark, the freshman from Maine. Calling out the plays with Tobiasen on him. Picks up his dribble now with the left wing. CJ Happy drives, gets his man up in the air. No good with the layup. Rebound Felt. Jordan Mason now looking to run on the right side. Over top of the key, triple from Tobiasen. A little too strong. Fought for the rebound, and it will go to Princeton and Jack Stanton, the sophomore guard from Illinois.
I like the aggressiveness from the Owls, shooting beyond the arc so far, letting it fly. You had Jordan Mason, who's only 5 for 17 beyond the arc so far this year, but seeing him letting it fly is a good sign.
Yeah, and a nice pick and roll pass there from Landon Clark, and the bucket goes to CJ Happy. So 4-0 Princeton here early, as Temple still looking to get on the board. They'll go to Jordan Mason, gets the screen from Felt. Had a look for three, doesn't take it, now drives right, stops, picks up the dribble, and out to Darian Ford, who drives with the right hand, gets in between his defenders and lays it up and in for two.
What a quick shifty move by Darian Ford right there. This week, just a few hours ago, named American Player of the Week, and you can see right there why.
Yeah, as now Stanton with it, calling out the plays for Princeton. CJ Happy with it over to the freshman Clark. Happy. That's the play. Stanton triple, no good. Rebound, Jemai Felt. Darian Ford will bring it up on the left wing. Gets a screen from Felt, kicks it over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen sets it up for Griffin. Over to Darian Ford, back to Tobiasen, driving with the left hand. His layup is up and rims out. Rebound by Landon Clark.
A lot of shots early on, just kind of rolling out. I mean, you had the first possession for the Tigers, they went like 0 for 4 inside the paint. And that time, another shot that won't go down for the Owls.
Yeah, maybe a little rusty for both teams. Haven't played in a few days, as a turnover there as that pass goes out of bounds from Stanton, as Princeton hasn't played since December 10th. So it's been 12 games for Princeton, as Babatunde Duradola checks on in for the Owls. Jemai Felt will head to the bench as he talks with Coach Fisher. So Mason brings it up on the left, gives it over to Tobiasen, who dumps it down to Duradola. Duradola looking to pass, now looking to drive with the right hand, gets his defender up in the air and finishes the layup for two. Duradola making an immediate impact for this Owls offense.
That would be huge for the Owls if he can get his offensive numbers up. They've been down this year, weren't super high last year, but were definitely higher than what they've been this year, so that's a great sign to see, especially coming off the bench.
Abdullahi drives on Griffiths, spins, puts up the shot, up and in over the tall, lengthy Gavin Griffiths for two. As Mason now over to Duradola. Nice cut and pass, and Duradola finds a cutting Darian Ford for a slam and celebrates. Duradola making an immediate impact the last two possessions.
Not often do you see a Ford two-hand slam like that, but I loved it.
No. As now on the wing with Duradola on him is Happy. And he brings it over to Jackson Hickey. Happy now thought of a three, didn't take it. Back over to Hickey. The three-pointer by Abdullahi is up and no good. A rebound, Aiden Tobias looking to go quick now. Mason picked up his dribble, gets it knocked off, and it goes right to Darian Ford. Darian Ford will slow things down as Adam Fisher calls out the play. It'll go to the top of the key to Duradola. Looking to get it to Tobiasen. Tobiasen gets it on the screen, drives left, scoops it down to Duradola, who is fouled. Count it, and the foul. Duradola will head to the line with a chance at one more. It's the Babatunde Duradola show early here as we have our first media timeout of the game. Temple 8, Princeton 6, 14 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in this one. Welcome back here to the Liacouras Center. Temple leads Princeton 8-6. with 14 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first half of this one, as Babatunde Duradola is at the line to shoot one, trying to finish his possible three-point play. And it goes in.
Yeah,
I was trying to give it a little silence there.
I've had a bad reputation on that announcer jinx.
So Duradola quickly with 5 points to lead the Owls, as Princeton now has some good ball movement in their matchup against Temple last time. Will go down low there with Tobiasen on him is Jackson Hickey. Could not get the bucket to go, and now Darian Ford will look to go quickly along the left baseline. Over to Gavin Griffiths. His right wing triple is no good, a little short. Rebound is gonna go to Jordan Mason in the right wing. Now Tobiasen will set things up, looks for the screen from Duradola. Gets the screen, now passes it over inside now to Duradola. His shot is up and in. That pass from Darian Ford. The Baba Show continues. A 7-0 run here for the Owls as they lead 11-6, as Duradola leads all scorers with 7.
Whatever the game plan coming into tonight that they set up for Babatunde Duradola on the offensive side of the ball is clearly working.
As Happy's right wing triple is a little strong. Rebound, Jordan Mason looking to go quick now is Darian Ford, trying to get it down low there to Duradola to look to see if he can continue his work with Happy on him. As he spins to the right side, cannot get the bucket to go. A rebound there by Landon Clark.
That time Baba was calling for it, so he's definitely feeling himself right now, and that's good to see.
Yeah, why not feed him, as Abdullahi has it. Now over to Happy. Over to Stanton. Now Abdullahi, who has the smaller Tobiasen on him, looking to make a move to the right. Griffiths reaches in and gets the steal. Gavin Griffiths with his lengthy arms making an impact early. Jordan Mason now pulls it back out. Griffiths driving to the right side, gets stripped and taken away there by Landon Clark. It's a clean strip there from the freshman, as Clark now almost has it stripped by Mason, but gets it over there to Stanton. Stanton now gets the screen from Happy, now goes over to Abdullahi. Now Jackson Hickey down low on the right baseline, spins, his bank shot is up and no good. Great defense there by Tobiasen. The rebound goes to Duradola. Tobiasen looking for the screen from Duradola, picks up his dribble, now gets it over to Ford. Ford along the baseline, over to Mason. Mason now, Griffiths has it with about 12 on the shot clock. Over to Mason, gets his defender in the air, now swings at top of the key. Triple Aiden Tobiasen is strong. Rebound by Malik Abdullahi, the sophomore forward from Miami, Florida.
Real good passing though by the Owls right there to find that open shot by Tobiasen. Just couldn't get it to fall, but he will at one point.
Yeah, Temple had a lot of good looks there, as it's now Stanton driving in with CJ Happy. His triple is up and no good. Rebound, Jordan Mason. Mason now calling out the play, will give it over to Tobiasen, who gives it to Duradola with CJ Happy on him. Now Mason gets it back. His drive and layup is blocked. Denied there by CJ Happy, the taller 6'9" forward. Now it's Stanton with it, with Mason on him. Stanton backing down, spinning, pivoting, getting the layup, and it's stuck. A little jam shot there, but I believe he was fouled. And the foul will go on Jordan Mason. The first foul, as we have another media timeout, the 12-minute media timeout here with the score. Temple 11, Princeton 6, 11 minutes and 28 seconds left in this first half. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back on into the Liacouras Center as Temple leads Princeton 11-6 with 11 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. As we now have, Jack Stanton at the line after he was fouled by Jordan Mason, and his layup was jammed. So now he hits the first one, now 7-11, now 8-11. Wasn't 7-11 for long.
Not long at all.
As Mason will bring the ball up, we have our Mo Kita sighting in for the Owls, as well as a Jacob Huggins for Princeton Tigers. As Mason will get the screen from Kita. Now pull up for the right wing triple and nothing but net for Jordan Mason. His three-pointer goes down. So 14-8, the Owls lead. As Sebastian Whitfield takes it up, another new sighting for the Princeton Tigers. As the drive on Kita denied, but a foul. As Kita got a little too much body, but did knock the ball off the glass. And that'll send Jacob Huggins to the line to shoot 2.
That's something that Kita's in for his defense. He's been a developing player over the last few years. His offense isn't quite where I'd say they want it to be, but his defense, though, is, I mean, when you're 7'1", 230, you're bound to be a solid defender, and it showed right there. He did just get a little too much of the body, but good sign, though. And you've seen a lot more Mo Kita as of recently because of the rebounding, averaging just over 5 minutes a game now. So
as both free throws are missed there from Huggins, and Darian Ford will look to go quickly. Huggins, a 66.7% free throw shooter. Couldn't get either one to go as Ford misses on the other end. Rebound goes to Princeton, and Jack Stanton bringing it up for the Tigers. Over there to Peyton Seals. Seals with it on the right wing. Gets it over to Stanton. His left wing triples, nothing but net as he answers Jordan Mason from a few possessions ago. 14-11 now, the Owls lead with 10 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in this first half.
Stanton, someone the Owls have to be careful of, who had 5 threes last time they played.
As Mason's pull-up jumper goes from inside the arc, but from the right elbow pretty much, as his shot is feeling good for him early. As Huggins now has it, gets it over to Whitfield, who's almost stolen and taken away, but Princeton retains possession. As in the corner is Stanton, who drives, tries to go behind the back, and does not go well, and ends up turning the ball over and then fouling Tobiasen as the Owls were looking to go quickly. So it'll be Temple ball here as they'll bring the ball up.
You could see the
as Jemai Felt's coming back in.
You could see the thought from Seals with the behind-the-back pass where who he was trying to get it to, but he only threw it into 2 Owls, though. So
as CJ Happy comes back in for Jacob Huggins after his quick stint. As Jordan Mason bringing the ball up for the Owls on the left arc. Gets the screen from Felt, who was looking to roll, wasn't there. Now Darian Ford going downstairs to Felt with Happy on him. Felt trying to go to work, gets his defender on the ground and lays it up and in for 2. Jemai Felt, bigger and stronger there than CJ Happy, and proved it by getting the 2 points there. As Princeton now looking to go quickly. It's Jackson Hickey on the other end. Now Landon Clark in the corner, down inside to CJ Happy, who gets the layup to go. So bucket for bucket goes CJ Happy and Jemai Felt, as Temple still up 18-13 with 9 minutes remaining in this first half. Jordan Mason now has it on the right arc over to Jemai Felt. Cam Wallace, his first minutes, gets a touch there, but now over to Jordan Mason. Ayuba Bryant picks up his dribble down low. His spin fadeaway jumper is no good, and rebound goes to Sebastian Whitfield. As Stanton has it on the top of the key, goes to the right. CJ Happy now with it, gets Felt in the air for a second, spins and kicks it back out there to Jackson Hickey. A left wing triple is up and no good from Landon Clark. Rebound, Jemai Felt. Darian Ford now looking to go quick. Down inside to Ayuba Bryan, who's fouled, puts up the crazy shot, no good. We'll see if they even call that in the air or on the floor. They will call it
on the floor.
On the floor, probably for the better. Ayuba Bryan looks like he wants to go to the line here.
Seems like everyone else does as well, but the officials only been pointing at the baseline for the last 20 seconds. If that shot went in, though, and they counted that, that would have been one of the craziest shots I've seen.
Would have been wild. It was on the left. He spun from the left low block there. It went off the top of the backboard and missed. But probably for the better, as Ayuba Bryan, only a 33.3% free throw shooter. So as much as he probably wanted to go to the line there, I'm sure his teammates are okay with, not that they don't trust him, but I'm sure his teammates are okay with this side out of bounds. As the side out of bounds goes into Cam Wallace, who shoots it over to Tobias, and now at the top of the key. Over to Cam Wallace, freshman on freshman. Cam Wallace spins and gets the bucket to go there on Landon Clark.
Cam Wallace recently has just been outstanding for the Owls. Was one of the players who filled in for Gavin Griffith's last game. They matched out a lot along with Spencer Mahoney, but Wallace has really found his groove so far this season, and there's a really bright future for what we've seen from the true freshman.
As a beautiful give and go there as Abdullahi lays it in. But yeah, you mentioned Cam Wallace, 23 minutes last game with 9 points. We haven't seen A.J. Smith in a while with his shoulder issue, and you mentioned Gavin Griffiths out last game as well. As Swiss Gilliard checks in for the first time, he also missed last game with a lower body injury, so good to see him out there. Darian Ford now picks up his dribble and over to Gilliard, who drives right, picks up his dribble and passes it out to Darian Ford, who spins, drives, kicks, no good, gets it back and puts it up and in. Somehow Darian Ford gets the bucket to fall after nearly turning it over to Felt, gets it back and lays it up and in. Darian Ford now with 6.
He deserves that basket, with the ball somehow finding a way back to him after that move he had.
As Happy gets the bucket to go on the nice dish there from Landon Clark. Both teams, 4 of their last 5 field goals have been made, as Temple leading 22-17 with 6 minutes and 45 seconds in this first half. Gilliard now has it as the top of the key over to Felt, who hands it off to Tobiasen, hesitates for a second and drives, and is fouled there by C.J. Happy. So in Tobiasen will head to the line to shoot 2 when we return, as we have another media timeout here at the Liacouras Center on December 22nd, as this crowd is starting to fill up here, but Temple leading 22-17, 6 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back on in here to the Liacouras Center. Temple Owls leading the Princeton Tigers 22-17 with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in this first half. As Aiden Tobiasen heads to the line to shoot 2, looking for his first points of the day. His first one is up and in. So Tobiasen now on the board. As Duradola is back in the game for the Owls. Temple's leading scorer so far with 7 quick points in this one. As Tobiasen's second one also falls. So Stanton will bring the ball up for the Tigers. Over to Abdullahi. And now inside, the bucket is up and in. It is Malik Abdullahi. As Abdullahi now leading the way scoring-wise for both teams with 8 points total. As Jordan Mason now has it. Looks for the screen from Tobiasen, which didn't really seem to do much as he's denied there by Jackson Hickey, but Temple gets it back. And Tobiasen now on the left trigger. Inside now to Duradola, who puts the ball on the floor and loses it. And the pass is picked up there by Jack Stanton. Stanton now at the top of the key. Over to Clark. Now back up to Jacob Huggins. Clark now with it on the left wing with 15 seconds on the shot clock. And there's going to be an offensive 3-second violation. So a turnover there from the Princeton Tigers, as that one goes on Jacob Huggins, as Gavin Griffiths checks back in, this time for Cam Wallace. As Jordan Mason bringing the ball up for the Owls, as he's done all year. The Owls leading assist man. As Tobiasen, his right wing triple is up and good. Nothing but net for Aiden Tobiasen, and a timeout by Princeton and Mitch Henderson. So Temple now with their largest lead of the game, 27-19, 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. This is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. Charlie, what have you liked that you've seen so far from this Temple team?
I mean, the all-around play so far, and I just realized right there, though, that head coach Mitch Henderson in his 15th year at Princeton was chirping at the one official, definitely not happy about that offensive 3-second violation. And then Tobiasen coming down the other end, hitting the three. Kind of Henderson, after he called the timeout, kind of started clapping in his face a little bit, which seemed to be him saying, that one's on you right there. And with a team that's 3-10 on the season, where usually a winning team, Mitch Henderson, he has a 254-141 overall record with the Tigers. It's the only place he's been a head coach. He's definitely someone used to winning, so definitely an unusual start for the Tigers so far this year, so he's definitely not happy about that. To keep an eye out for that, but the offense overall from the Owls, though, has been very good so far, very spread out as well. Yeah, Henderson has had plenty of success as the Tigers head coach, with a 254 wins and 139 losses as the total record. As we're back to action here at the Liacouras Center, as the ball goes down low to Abdullahi, who drives on Griffiths. Can't get the bucket to go, but a foul on Gavin Griffiths that will send Malik Abdullahi to the line to shoot two. The 68.4% free throw shooter will head to the line looking for points 9 and 10. But going back to Coach Henderson for the Tigers, led them to the Sweet 16 in 2023 after upsetting, I believe it was Arizona, in the second round there. But there's always seems to be an Ivy League team that makes a run in the tournament, or at least, you know, has a nice upset on their resume. I feel like I'm usually as Abdullahi hits both to make it a 6-point game here in North Philadelphia. I feel like I'm usually the one, though, that will fill out an Ivy League school to beat, to upset someone in the first round every year. That's March Madness, as Ford almost loses it, but kicks it out to Gavin Griffiths. And now Aiden Tobiasen will reset. Gets the screen there from Duradola, spins over to Jordan Mason, who drives on the right baseline. His lefty layup is up and in. Jordan Mason gets in on the scoring now. He has 7 points as well.
a wide variety of scoring here from the Owls so far today. As Happy now hands it off to Hickey. Down to Abdullahi. Abdullahi drives on Griffiths, gets in the position and gets his way. Abdullahi cannot miss and is having his way down low in the paint, whether it's on Griffiths or Tobiasen. He's now up to 12 points.
Yeah, really tough physical finish from Abdullahi right there. Griffiths, his defense wasn't even terrible. Abdullahi was able to get good position on it and finish.
As Mason kicks it over to Gavin Griffiths, his left trigger triple is way off. And the rebound in the hands of Jack Stanton.
Just a little rusty right there from Griffiths, it appears.
Yeah, I hope so, because that was not a good-looking triple, but Griffiths will have his way sometime today.
That's usually his spot where he thrives off of as well in that catch and shoot.
Yeah, as the right wing triple there goes up and in from Jackson Hickey. Princeton's leading scorer for who we have today. Dalen Davis has been injured. He was their leading scorer, but as now Mason gets a little bit of room, shoots the triple, no good. Rebound tipped out by Duradola and goes to Darian Ford.
That's a really good sign to see Duradola getting those offensive rebounds right there, because that's something the Owls have not been able to do much this year whatsoever.
And Temple in need of a bucket here. Tobiasen drives and's fouled on the floor. So Temple 29, Princeton 26. Princeton made 5 of their last 5 field goals, and we'll head to a last media timeout of this first half. With 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining, Temple 29, Princeton 26. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back on in here to the final 3 minutes and 8 seconds of this first half as Temple leads Princeton by 3 points, 29-26. As Temple looking for a bucket here, gets it on their own baseline after Tobiasen was fouled. So the inbound pass goes in to Tobiasen, who shoots it over there to Jordan Mason. Gets a screen from Duradola, now drives right, puts up the floater, up and no good. Rebound fought for and taken into the hands of Malik Abdullahi. Excuse me. As Princeton now with it. The screen, off the screen, triple, no good there by Jack Stanton, but a rebound goes to Malik Abdullahi. Abdullahi spins and continues to get his way. That time it was on Cam Wallace. Abdullahi up to 14 points today. And now, more importantly, it's only a 1-point lead for the Temple Owls. As Jordan Mason now has it, gets the screen from Duradola, over to Cam Wallace, thought triple, stopped, pivoted, puts up the shot, no good, but is fouled on the right arm. So Cam Wallace will head to the line to shoot two. The freshman from Malvern, PA.
I was waiting for the whistle right there. I saw him take a lot of contact
from here. So Cam Wallace, an 80% free throw shooter, will head to the line to try to make it a 3-point game, as the first one is nothing but net. So 30-28 now, as Ayuba Bryant does not come in, almost comes in. As the second one is short off the front rim. So only a 2-point lead here for the Owls, as Cam Wallace goes 1 for 2 from the line. So now Hickey has it with Tobiasen on him. Duradola thinking to double, does not. Now Hickey stuck in no man's land, finds Huggins, who drives, gets the bucket plus the foul. Jacob Huggins will head to the line with a chance at one more, as this Princeton team will have a chance to take the lead for the first time since 4-0.
Yeah, not a super smart play right there from Duradola, who left his feet immediately from the top of the key once Huggins got the ball, which Huggins was already moving in by the time Duradola jumped in. A foul at the end was not a great foul either, because he was already way past him, but lucky Huggins missed the free throw right there.
Exactly, so tie game here with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first half. Duradola subs out for Ayuba Bryant, even though that was only his first foul, which is something that's rare to say so far in his Temple career. But Darian Ford on the left baseline loses it out of bounds, looking for a foul, did not get it, and it's Temple basketball. So Temple still struggling to put the ball in the hoop in the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds, have not hit a field goal, as Princeton has gone 7 for their last 8.
Temple needs to get a lot more looks from out beyond the arc, which Darian Ford and Tobiasen is also Cam Wallace as of recently, and even Jordan Mason tonight so far.
That's right, Stan with a nice quick move to lose Mason for a second, but there's a foul on the floor. We'll see who they call this one on.
Foul ball number 22, Darian Ford.
This one will go on Darian Ford, so away from the play, so it'll stay a Princeton ball as they show Santa on the Jumbotron.
Santa with sunglasses, indoor.
Yeah, it's bright here in the Leocora Center.
Questionable, but it is bright. Depends where he is sitting.
As Abdullahi has it now inside, looking to go inside to Stanton. And there's a foul, and Adam Fisher is not happy with that call. So back-to-back fouls for the Owls. As Jacob Huggins comes in there for CJ Happy. And Messiah Gilliard will enter for Jordan Mason, who sits for the first time in this first half with 1 minute and 14 remaining. Still a tie game here. So Princeton will take it in, and they'll go down low to Huggins, and another foul is called on the floor. This one's gonna go against Ayuba Bryant, his first foul, but it will send Jacob Huggins to the line for a 1-on-1, as now Princeton is in the bonus with 1 minute and 12 seconds in this first half. That first one, he gets the roll, so he'll go to the line. He'll stay at the line for another one.
Owls on defense really haven't been able to find an answer for Malik Abdullahi, who last time they played only had 7 points and 7 rebounds in 33 minutes. So clearly they had an answer to him last time, but Abdullahi standing at 6'7" really isn't that tall of a player, and he's playing like one, though, today.
Yeah, as Temple now looking to tie it with a 2 or go ahead with a 3, as Darian Ford is fouled on the drive, heading left. So Princeton is also over the limit with 18 fouls, so Darian Ford will head the line for a 1-and-1 with a chance to tie it with these 2 free throws. The first one is good, and he'll stay at the line for a chance at 1 more. Darian Ford, Temple's leading scorer so far this year, averaging 18.5. He's got 7 so far in this first half. This next one at the line could possibly make it 8. And it does not.
Yep, you did it right there. I was about to say he's also an 84% free throw shooter coming into
That would
tonight.
have reversed the curse if you would have said it.
I should have said it.
Well, Princeton now up by 1 here with 45 seconds remaining as they go down low there to Jackson Hickey with Tobiasen on him. Hickey looking to make his move. Tobiasen holds his ground, and Hickey goes up and no good. Rebound, Darian Ford looking to go quickly. Ford driving to the left, gets the layup up and no good. Rebound by Cam Wallace. Now to Ayuba Bryant, over to Aiden Tobiasen. He drives, he steps back, and now kicks it over to Gilliard. Gilliard drives, his layup is up and in. So Temple takes the lead here with 15 seconds in this first half, 33-32. Stanton will bring it up and gets the call from his coach. Over to Abdullahi, now into Huggins. Stanton with 5 remaining on the clock. Stanton kicks it over to Hickey. His 3-pointer is up and good. His left wing 3, nothing but net. So Princeton takes the lead here heading into half. Princeton leading 35 to Temple 33. Charlie, what needs to change here for this Owls team in this second half based on what you've seen here in this first half?
I think the tempo they had on offense. They had a good tempo going early on. It was a quick game, not a ton of whistles, so they were able to move fairly well in their transition offense. And overall, just the last few minutes, just seemed like they were kind of confused out there. Didn't have much going on with them, and it shows now, them trailing by 2, which they were in the lead for most of the first half. So definitely now more to clean up for this Owls offense and defense overall, having to shut down Abdul Ali, who's been dominant on the offensive side of the ball so far. So stuff for Adam Fisher, who was not happy after that last 3 to close out the half, was given up. So he'll definitely give them an earful in the locker room and then come out and look to take this lead back and hopefully go out for a big win.
Well said. Well, we'll be back with you in about 12 minutes here as it's halftime. Princeton 35, Temple 33. Second half action coming your way soon here on WHIP Sports Radio. Hello, everybody, and welcome back on in here to North Philadelphia on Monday, December 22nd, as we have the Temple Owls hosting the Princeton Tigers. Princeton up 35-33 here as we get ready to begin this second half of basketball action. Charlie, Temple started off hot, went on a few runs, but Princeton really surged to end that first half and is now in the lead here, beginning the second half. What would you like to see from Temple really to start this second half?
Yeah, well, last time these two teams played, Princeton was up at the half 36-32, so both games pretty similar in scoring, just a few points off from each other. And last time, though, Temple outscored Princeton 47-39 in the second half, so a big second half from the Owls last time. And that's what they're going to need tonight, where their scoring was really spread out early on, and it wasn't just 2 points for each player. There were multiple guys. You had Jordan Mason with 7, Darian Ford with 7, Jemai Felt, who only had 2, Tobiason only had 5, which you would like to get him going more. And then also you had the team leader, Babatunde Duradola, which that's very unconventional for how he's been playing this year, but it's a good sign to see. So now just a lot of pieces of the puzzle to plug in for this Owls offense to come out on top in this game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Duradola was 7, Darian Ford was 7, Jordan Mason was 7, Tobiason has 5. Gavin Griffith still yet to get going in the scoring stat sheet there, as he averages 10.9 on the season, but 0 yet so far. But on Princeton's side of things, it's all Malik Abdullahi, as he has 14 and leads the way for Princeton, which is double of his average of 7 points. As we get ready to start this second half, it'll be Princeton basketball up 2 here. As it's in there to Jack Stanton. Now Princeton going from left to right. Stanton now with it with Tobiason. Excuse me, that's Jackson Hickey with Tobiason on him. Trying to get Tobiason in the air, does not, but uses his size to his advantage. And the 6'5" junior from Radnor, Pennsylvania, not too far from here, about 30 minutes west of here, gets the bucket to go. So Jordan Mason now with it on the right wing, over to Jemai Felt. Felt setting the screen for Mason. Mason down low to Felt, who loses it, gets it back, and gets his layup up and in under the hands of C.J. Happy. So Jemai Felt there, starting the scoring for the Owls in this second half, as Landon Clark now has it with Jordan Mason on him. As Stanton drives to the right, over his three-pointer, no good. That was C.J. Happy with Jemai Felt right in his face, and now Mason looking to go quick on the right wing. Mason now drives to the left, stops, pull-up jumper is good. Tie game now thanks to Jordan Mason, who now leads the Temple Owls in scoring with 9. So 37-37 here, as Landon Clark brings the ball up with Jordan Mason on him.
Real nice shot by Mason right there, just that pull-up jump shot. That's his strength from the offensive side of the ball, and it's good to see him continue with that.
As C.J. Happy drives with the smaller Darian Ford on him, backs him down on the left wing, stops, pivots, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound goes to Gavin Griffiths. Fantastic defense there from Temple's leading scorer, Darian Ford.
Ford was outmatched by the height right there, but he did stand his ground and played very tight, close defense.
That's right. It's now Mason now looking to go down low to Felt, but calls for the screen. Takes the screen and drives to the left, and he's fouled on the floor there by C.J. Happy.
C.J. Happy, last time they played, fouled out of the game, who had 11 points and was 3 for 8 from beyond the arc, and him fouling out was a big part of the Temple win.
Well, I hate to tell you I got it wrong. It was Jack Stanton, but that they called the foul on, not C.J. Happy.
Oh, it must have been an off-ball foul then.
Yeah, I think it was the reach in as the triple from Ford is strong, and that rebound there goes to Jackson Hickey. But that was a key point that you were making, as Happy did foul out in the last game that they had. As Happy now with Felt on him. Over to Jack Stanton. Stanton takes the screen from Happy, now dishes it off to Happy. His right hook shot is no good. Rebound, Jemai Felt. Now Mason looking to go quick on the left baseline. as Mason drives to the foul line, over to Tobiasen, back to Mason, looking to set up the play, gets the screen from Tobiasen. Now over to Tobiasen, looking to create a shot. He has about 10 on the shot clock. Over to Gavin Griffiths. Now Tobiasen's got to do something quickly. Drives, spins at the foul line, passes it out, and is tipped out of bounds there by Malik Abdullahi. So it'll stay Temple basketball with 3 seconds left here on the shot clock as Duradola enters the game for Jemai Felt, and Jacob Huggins enters the game for CJ Happy.
Now this inbound pass, you have Tobiasen likely inbounding it. This is the type of situation where Gavin Griffiths will have that catch and shoot, or we could have Darian Ford right here.
As it goes into Mason, who drives, puts up the shot, is up and good. Jordan Mason getting everything to fall today, as he's the Temple Owls leading scorer with 11. And now a 6-0 run from the Owls gives them the lead 39-37 with 17 minutes left in this second half.
Jordan Mason shooting the lights out for himself today. Really haven't seen much of this from Mason all year, but it's really good to see.
As Huggins gets it over to Hickey, his three-pointer is up and no good. A rebound fought for, and there's going to be a foul there Temple's way. So foul there on Malik Abdullahi, as him and Aiden Tobiasen were tangled up a little. I thought they were going to let him play, but if you're going to call a foul, I think that was the right call to make.
Initially, I thought they were calling a foul on Tobiasen. I was
saw
like,
your reaction, yeah.
And then they called the foul on Abdullahi, and then after the play, seeing they called it on him, they should have just let it play out. It was good physical play both overall. No one hit the ground.
As Duradola hands it off to Ford, who drives, loses it, and out of bounds. Princeton basketball. So Ford struggling a little bit today, but gets some help from his teammates as Temple leads by 2 here with the 16 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. So essentially the next stop will be immediate timeout, unless it's within the next 14 seconds.
Ford's been taking it to the basket a lot, and I feel like he's got to just kind of start letting them fly from beyond the arc, because he has had multiple balls just kind of slip out from him driving to the basket.
As Jacob Huggins now over to Jackson Hickey with Gavin Griffiths on him. Now over to Landon Clark, down low and inside, blocked and denied by Babatunde Duradola is Huggins. So now Jordan Mason looking to go quick, crosses up and picks up his dribble and passes it out to Aiden Tobiasen, who drives. His layup is up and in. He was flying through the air with Aiden Tobiasen. And now Temple on an 8-0 run is up forward, 41-37.
Really nice take and attack to the basket by Tobiasen. We've seen multiple times this year where Tobiasen has took flight, and he looked like he tried to
drive there. From Stanton, an offensive foul called on Stanton as his arm was extended, and Darian Ford hit the ground. So now Temple up 41-37 with 15 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. We'll head to our first media timeout. We'll be back right after this. This is WHIP Sports Radio. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back on in here to WHIP Sports Radio. Max Blakelock alongside Charlie Halleckman. Temple up on Princeton 41-37 with 15 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in this one as it's Temple basketball as we come out of our first media timeout as Jordan Mason brings up the ball for the Owls and gets it over there to Aiden Tobias and back to Mason on the left trigger. Gets the screen from Duradola and is doubled inside to Duradola, who is denied. And they're going to call a jump ball. Amazing defense there from Princeton. A great help defense there by Landon Clark.
The fact that Duradola...
Excuse me, that wasn't Landon Clark. Jacob Huggins.
The fact that Duradola kept the ball in his hands, forcing the jump ball.
I mean, it was a great play call. Left Duradola open, cutting to the basket, and Huggins just able to recover to get the block. But it'll stay Temple basketball, though, because of the jump ball as the ball goes into Duradola and over to Darian Ford. Ford now looking for Mason, hands it off to him, still on the left trigger, gets the screen from Duradola, picks up the dribble, over now to Gilliard. Gilliard drives, only 5 on the shot clock. He's got to get up a shot. Muscles one up and a no good, but offensive rebound by Gilliard, who got his own, throws it over to Tobiasen and gives Temple another possession as Mason now drives on the left, dumps it off to Duradola, who puts it up and in as Babatunde Duradola now with 9 points. And Temple continuing on their run, now 10 straight points for the Owls.
This Mason-Duradola duo today has been electric. A lot of great passes from Mason, unexpected passes, and Duradola's finished.
As Clark is fouled on the drive by Gilliard. That one will be on the floor. Yeah, Duradola with 9 points. His season high is 9 points. Again, that came against Rhode Island earlier this year. So one more bucket will put him ahead of that one. Only averaging 3.9 points per game this season.
Uh-oh. Leave a shot clock off.
That is an issue as the far shot clock is off, or not working, as we say. There are 20 seconds on the shot clock. We'll see if the referees notice that. Yeah, they are waiting. There we go. And we're back. Nothing like a little
technical work.
As Princeton now with it. Landon Clark has it over to CJ Happy at the top of the key. Over to Abdullahi, who drives on Gilliard, spins, puts up the left-handed shot, ends up and in. Malik Abdullahi up to 16 points now, leading all scorers today, or tonight, I shall say. As Mason now has it, looking for the screen from Duradola, gets it. Mason driving, he's gonna take this one himself, no good. Rebound, fought for, and into the hands of Jackson Hickey and Princeton. As Clark now looking to go quick over to CJ Happy down there. Who else? Malik Abdullahi lays it up and in. And just like that, a 2-point game as Temple leads 43-41 to 13 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second half. And Abdullahi's up to 18 points.
It's at the point where Temple really needs to get a big body on Abdullahi now.
As an offensive foul is called. This one will be called on Babatunde Duradola. Adam Fisher saying he was held. But his second foul there, as someone who's normally in foul trouble, only 2 fouls this late in the game is a positive for him.
Yeah, it is. And even Duradola right there was showing the official that just kind of grabbing his jersey a little bit, saying, hey, he grabbed my jersey. There's nothing I could have done right there.
As Princeton almost turning it over, but Jackson Hickey keeping it alive with Tobiasen on him. Over to Jack Stanton. Stanton Happy now down low to Abdullahi, who was fouled there by Gilliard. So Temple fouls are starting to become an issue. As that's Gilliard's second. He will head to the bench for Ayuba Bryant.
Now Ayuba Bryant in the 6'9" freshman, adding a little height to cover Abdullahi, which is what they need.
So Stanton now has it looking for Abdullahi. Abdullahi with Bryant on him. They're switching everything, this Temple defense, as CJ Happy thought 3 but wasn't happy with that decision and kicks it over to Landon Clark, who turns it over to Jordan Mason. Now Mason looking to go quick. Corner triple, no, passing it to Jordan Mason for three. His right wing three is good, and Jordan Mason up to 14 points, gives the Owls a 5-point lead here with 12 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this half.
Jordan Mason coming into tonight only 29% from beyond the arc, and he's got multiple threes tonight. Just it's awesome to see from him.
As Clark now, CJ Happy gets his defender in the air, drives, takes some contact, puts up the shot, no good, no whistle. As Temple continuing to look to go quick, Mason now driving with the right wing, slips, picks up his dribble, and passes it out to Bryant, who might slow things down. Now Bryant looking to go down low, picks up his dribble, and kicks it out to Mason with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Mason telling everybody to calm down a little as he calls for the screen from Duradola. Mason drives left, kicks it, corner triple, Tobias, and no, fakes it. Ayuba Bryant, top of the key, triple, no good. As Bryant could not get the triple to fall. Would have been his first of his collegiate career from Ayuba Bryant. That was actually his first attempt. So interesting, you use the whole shot clock and end up with a shot like that. Not saying it was a bad one, but not what you'd expect, as Tobiasen pokes the ball out and out of bounds. It'll stay Princeton basketball as we head over to our second media timeout. Temple 46, Princeton 41. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back on in here to WHIP Sports Radio, as Princeton with the ball down low on their own baseline, still with a scoring drought of 2 minutes and 10 seconds, looking to stop that as the ball goes in here to Hickey with Tobiasen on him. Down low it goes to Landon Clark with Jordan Mason on him. The freshman guard puts up the shot, no good, but gets his own, and there's going to be a whistle I believe, on the floor. It's going to be called on.
It is Jemai Felt with the foul.
It was Jemai Felt.
I guess when he came in hard to try to get that rebound.
Yeah, so now Temple with 4 team fouls. As Princeton now turns the ball over. Oh, they're going to say off of Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason looking at the bench immediately, asking if they can challenge that. And Adam Fisher sprints to the baseline, to the half-court line, waving his finger in the air to challenge it. It did look like Mason got a piece of it.
I thought Mason got his hand on it, unless it hit one of the Tigers' bodies at the end. I initially thought that Mason did get his hand because it hit the official right before it went out as well.
Yeah.
But
it's a close play right close to us, probably our best vantage point. It definitely hit a few bodies, whether it was the ref, Jordan Mason, or if it went off Stanton.
Adam Fisher, though, seemed pretty ecstatic about the review, saying, yo, review it right away. And so it seems like they saw something on the bench. Adam Fisher, Michael Hugger, Bobby Jordan, the associate and assistant coaches.
Yeah, he went and asked his team immediately. So we'll see. This shouldn't take too long. I'm waiting for them to show it here on the Jumbotron here at Leah Course as we're in section 120. Right up top at our normal spot. And it happened right in front of the Princeton bench. We'll see, but the crowd's starting to get into it a little. A lot of people coming here on this Monday evening before the holidays. That's Temple using the timeout here to challenge this call, or to look at the call. This is an important one, though, because Temple, you know, as much as they have been started this second half strong, they are only up 5. And Princeton, it's just as important for them as well. They haven't scored a field goal or scored at all in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds, as we'll see what we get here from the officials. We don't get an announcement, unfortunately, so we have to wait until we see. It will be Temple basketball, so a successful challenge there by Adam Fisher.
Yeah, I'm looking at the replay right now. Just put up ESPN Plus, and it looked like it did hit off the hand of CJ Happy right at the end.
Yeah, it was. So Temple retains possession here after that, as Mason over to Bryant. Now to Tobiasen, who brings it down there to Ayuba Bryant, who puts up the shot, no good, but he'll head to the line to shoot 2. So Ayuba Bryant heads to the line with a chance to get on the board. Bryant, exactly who Princeton would probably want on the free throw stripe, on the charity stripe, with 33.3% from the line as he knocks down the first one. How about that? Am I back? I don't want to jinx it again, but
Bryant, who's
we'll
really,
take that.
He's really struggled from the line this year. He's, like you said, 6 for 18 from the line, 33%. Like you said, he's definitely not someone the Owls want at the line. And they used Ayuba Bryant Davidson the other night as kind of a hack-a-shack type of play, and I did that right there as he knocked down both. Double announcers Jinx had to kind of just repeat everything you said to get it to work, and it did.
But you like to see the aggression from Bryant. He had the same aggression in the Big 5 third-place game loss to St. Joe's, where he had his season and career high 7 points, as a three-pointer is often no good by CJ Happy, but goes right back out to Landon Clark, who hits it, plus the foul on Jemai Felt. So Landon Clark, scoring drought no more. A three-pointer and a chance for 4 as he heads to the line for one more. The freshman there from Bangor, Maine. He had 6 points against Temple earlier in the year in 28 minutes, averaging 3.6, and he completes his 4-point play. So just like that, in one play, he gets more than his season average.
And Jemai Felt knew it right away. Once he fouled him, he just rolled his head back, clearly disappointed with himself after, where you don't want to foul right there, and especially when he makes it, it's a gut punch.
Yes, Tobiasen now on the wing. Ayuba Bryant looking for it down low. They get it to him. Bryant has the smaller Sampson on him, puts up the shot, count it, and the foul for Ayuba Bryant. And he'll head to the line with a chance at one more. The aggression from the freshman from Belgium.
What a shot.
So now Temple 50, Princeton 45, 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. A crazy acrobatic shot from Bryant.
I don't know if he had anything touching the ground when he got the shot up,
Man,
or if he was just falling backwards and threw it up.
Joel Embiid-ish. I guess that's high praise as the free throw is no good, but a rebound, Jemai Felt. Now Darian Ford looking to get involved. Has it on the left wing. He's calling for a screen from Felt, gets it. Now over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen trying to put moves on Hickey. Over to Ford with CJ Happy on him. Ford drives, takes some contact, no good. Denied there by CJ Happy.
Another play where Ford tried to drive to the basket and was just completely outmatched physically.
Yeah, Ford still with 7 points. 10 under his season average of 18.5. As Abdullahi spins, gets the contact, and will head to the line to shoot two. Foul there on Ayuba Bryant. Great play there by Abdullahi to draw the contact. He knew exactly where Bryant's hands were, and he'll head to the line looking for his 19th and 20th points of the day. As Duradola gets ready to check back in. Temple still up 5 here. As Abdullahi's strong on that one. Almost bounced up and went in, but did not.
For a second, I couldn't tell if it did fall in.
I know, right from our angle, it was rough. But it hit back rim and bounced off. So Abdullahi, the 68.4% free throw shooter, misses that one, but gets the second one to fall. So Abdullahi 3 for 4 from the charity stripe today. As Mason brings it up for the Owls. Temple up 4. As they're swing it over. Mason now looking down low to Duradola. Gets it to him and he's fouled. So Duradola fouled on the catch there. Foul will be on Jackson Hickey, his second.
Hickey got a little too aggressive right there.
As Abdullahi comes up limping and gets subbed out and is sitting down at the edge of the bench. We'll keep an eye on that as Gavin Griffiths returns for the Owls for Ayuba Bryant.
Looks like it could be a cramp for Abdullahi.
Yeah, he's got the massage gun out. As the ball goes in to Duradola. Duradola with CJ Happy on him, spins, is doubled, finds a way, could not get the bucket to go, almost gets it back. But out comes Landon Clark with it, looking to go quick. To the corner, pump fake, no. Top of the key, triple. No good. Rebound, Gavin Griffiths, as CJ Happy couldn't get the bucket to go. Now Darian Ford looking to go quick. And over to Gavin Griffiths. One more to Tobias, and his corner triple is good.
There it is. That's what I like to see. That's what the Owls are used to do. I thought Griffiths was going to shoot initially. Didn't even see Tobias in the corner until it ended up in his hands, then in the basket. So a great shot overall.
Is ball movement from the Temple Owls to get a three-pointer for Aiden Tobiasen as Princeton is forced to call a timeout. Temple 53, Princeton 46. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back in here to the Liacouras Center. Temple leads the Princeton Tigers 53-46 with 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this one. As the ball goes into Stanton, over to Jackson Hickey. And now Jacob Huggins with it with Duradola on him. One-on-one. Huggins spins, puts up the shot, is up and in. So Jacob Huggins now with 5 as Jordan Mason brings the ball up for the Owls. Calling out the play from Adam Fisher as we see a little bit of zone here from Princeton as the ball swings back and forth. Now Darian Ford drives, attacks, stays up in the air, cannot get it to go. Rebound there by Jackson Hickey. Sorry, Hickey now with it on the wing. Now down to Jacob Huggins. Huggins, Duradola on him. Up to the top of the key, Hickey gets Griffiths in the air and now kicks it out. His wing triple is good. That's Jack Stanton. So now, just like that, a 2-point game as Temple up 53-51 after that zone caused the turnover from the Owls, or the missed shot, as Mason now kicks it to the corner. Aiden Tobiasen drives, stops, picks up his dribble, left-handed layup is up and in. Aiden Tobiasen using his pivot foot to the advantage. And now a 4-point lead here for the Owls, 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second half.
Really nice fundamental basket by Tobiasen right there to get those points back.
As Hickey has Tobiasen on him. Puts up the shot, gets it to go, taking advantage of his size with the smaller Tobiasen on him. Back to a 2-point game.
Now that back and forth right there is exactly what Princeton needs to stay into this ball game.
As Mason drives, puts up the shot, it rolls in and out, rebound. They're gonna call a foul on the floor on Jacob Huggins on Babatunde Duradola. So it'll stay here as Duradola was able to tip it out to Griffiths. But guess what? Media timeout. So Temple 55, Princeton 53, 6 minutes and 46 remaining in this one. You're listening to WHIP Sports Radio. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back on in here to the Liacouras Center. When we left, Babatunde Duradola was fouled. Now he is at the line shooting a one-on-one, one-and-one, excuse me. Duradola gets the first one to go. I was holding off on the free throw percentage with the 60, just under 65%. Gets the first one as Duradola now with a season high 10 points.
Lost. Now he said that he's going to miss. Oh, he didn't.
Look at that.
Well.
So Duradola with 11, 2 away from his career high, which he had against Monmouth last year in November. But he does take a seat, and Jemai Felt returns to the game.
The reverse psychology has worked on that today.
It has. We've had some success with that there.
Rare success.
Rare. As Jacob Huggins has it now over to Jack Stanton. Stanton drives on Griffiths, jumps, stops, keeps his pivot foot alive, just somehow, some way does that. And now over to Jackson Hickey with 5 on the shot clock, drives over there to Abdullahi, puts up the shot, no good, and it'll stay Princeton basketball as it's off Jemai Felt. But 2 seconds left on the shot clock, so we'll see what Princeton does. It'll be Landon Clark taking in the inbounds pass from the near baseline. And he puts it inside to Jacob Higgins, no good. Rebound Jemai Felt over to Darian Ford.
That was a good play, just wasn't able to finish for Huggins.
So Temple just barely clinging on to a 4-point lead here with 6 minutes remaining in this one. Mason now calls out the screen from Felt. Takes the screen, goes to the right. Mason has this defender on his back, floats the ball up and in, taking advantage of Jackson Hickey's defense. And Mason now with 16 points on the night gives Temple as Princeton now over there, Jacob Huggins. Back now, Huggins, top of the key, almost gets Felt to jump, but drives on him and puts up the shot, no good. But a foul on Jemai Felt that'll send Jacob Huggins to the line. Huggins, a 66.7 free throw percentage shooter. Will head to the line to shoot 2 as Jemai Felt just picked up his 3rd foul, so something to keep an eye on as he's got 2 more remaining. We'll see if Adam Fisher goes to his bench, as he does, as he's Ayuba Bryant getting ready to check in for the Owls. With a 6-point lead so far, as the first one is good. Cuts the lead to 5.
Surprised we haven't seen much more of Mo Keita from his early stint earlier in the game, especially they've had him in the game recently a lot more than he was being used earlier in the season, especially with not a ton of height for Princeton. Having Keita in the game, I would think, would benefit the Owls just on the defensive side. As
Huggins knocks down both shots. He had 9 minutes last game, Mo Keita, which was his season high, but not this time, as Huggins with 4 points in 18 minutes against the Owls in November. Now with 8 points. So Mason now with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this one. The Owls up 4. Tobias and his pull-up jumper is too strong. Rebound there goes to Sebastian Whitfield, who's in the game. As Landon Clark now with it over to Jackson Hickey. That goes to CJ Happy, back to Clark. Clark drives and kicks it over. Now CJ Happy, top of the key, triple, no good. Rebound, Aiden Tobiasen.
Good closeout defense.
Tobiasen looking to go quick now, slowing it down just a little bit. Down low to Ayuba Bryant, who goes to the basket strong, and he gets the bucket to go with CJ Happy on him. So Ayuba Bryant now with 6 points as Temple's lead is back up to 6 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. So now Princeton driving up, and no good is the shot, but he'll head to the line. That's Jack Stanton. Got Gavin Griffiths to get in the air and force the foul. That's Griffiths' second and Temple's 8th team foul. So this one will be 2 shots at the line for Jack Stanton, the sophomore guard from Illinois. The best free throw shooter on the team at 95.2% after we knocked down that first one. The second one with ease, nothing but net there for Stanton.
Just saw Malik Abdullahi going into the Princeton tunnel, who's leading the team with 19 points today with the massage gun, likely still dealing with those cramps from what we assume so far. So definitely a gap that is hurting the Tigers right now.
Yeah, it's something that we will definitely keep an eye on with 4 minutes remaining as this one, as Ford almost loses it, keeps his pivot foot alive and sends it out to Tobiasen. Tobiasen at the top of the key gets a screen from Griffiths. Over to Jordan Mason, who's had the hot hand today. Mason spins around, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, Whitfield. So 4-point Temple lead with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this one. Stanton crosses up Mason and now gets it over to Whitfield, who drives on and is denied there by Gavin Griffiths, who hung in the air for a little bit longer than I was ready for.
He really got up. He jumped before he even started his shooting motion.
I thought he was going to foul him, but he got just enough of the ball
his height
to force it out of bounds.
His height's very underrated, I'd say. It's not looked at as much as how he plays.
200 pounds from Simsbury, Connecticut is Gavin Griffiths, but that'll take us to a media timeout with Temple up by 4, 61-57 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one. We'll be back after this. Welcome back on in here to the Leah Core Center on WHIP Sports Radio. Max Blakelock alongside Charlie Halleckman as we are coming in for a landing here in North Philadelphia. Temple 61, Princeton 57. As Malik Abdullahi is back from the locker room and in the game now for the Tigers. As it is Princeton's basketball. As they go into Abdullahi with Ford on him. Now over to Clark, who swings it over to Stanton. Clark now loses it for a second with Bryant on him. Spins, puts up the shot, cannot get it to go. Rebound by Ayuba Bryant. Huge rebound there for the Owls. Darian Ford now brings it over to the right wing. Ford now drives with Abdullahi on him. Now kicks it back over to Jordan Mason. With 15 left on the shot clock, it goes to Darian Ford. Ford spins over to Gavin Griffiths. Griffiths picks up his dribble on the right wing and over to Ford with 5 left on the shot clock. Ford makes his move, cuts to the basket. His bucket, no good. And a rebound there to Malik Abdullahi.
It's not an easy one to say.
No, I'm struggling with it. As Princeton now backing down is Jack Stanton on Aiden Tobias and denied. And they're gonna say Temple basketball. It must have went off of Jack Stanton. From this angle, it looked like it was off of Tobias, and they are gonna review it.
Looked like it was off Tobias.
Seemed like everybody but the refs thought it was off of Tobias in there.
I definitely did.
So they will take a look at this one. It shouldn't be too long, but 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Princeton over their last 6 field goals, and Temple hasn't scored in the last 2 minutes. So a 4-point game here. Yeah, it looked like it was off of Tobias, and maybe, just maybe, Hickey got his hand in between Tobias's hand to knock the ball out. But I don't know, based on Tobias's reaction, it was more of a clap. Oh man, I just messed it up. We'll see what the call is here from the refs.
Yeah, it definitely.
And it call is reversed.
To it.
So it will be Princeton Tigers basketball. As Tobias did a great job to really get his hands on the ball, but knocked it out of bounds, unfortunately. So starters in the game for Princeton. All starters except for Ayuba Bryant in the game for the Owls. As this one's coming down to the wire in North Philadelphia right before the holidays. As the ball gets inbounded to Stan with Jordan Mason on him. Looking to go to Hickey inside with Tobias on him. Hickey making his move. Tobias pokes it away and gets on the ground and knocks it over to Gavin Griffiths. Now Darian Ford with it, looking to go quick. Ford pulls it back out. Takes a little bit more time, and now posting up Stanton. Ford gets the bucket, comes through when it matters most. Temple's leading scorer. Makes it a 6-point Owls lead with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this one. Now Princeton has to do something quickly. It's Stanton who dribbles it off of who else but Jordan Mason and Clark on the ground to get it. Now over to Abdullahi. Abdullahi gets the bucket to go over the smaller Darian Ford. So 4-point game here as Abdullahi now with 21 on the day.
Some gritty play, both teams getting on the floor, fighting for the ball, and credit to Aiden Tobias and Darian Ford last possession.
Both teams want to win it, of course. We'll see who wants it more as Jordan Mason now has it, lobs it up to Gavin Griffiths, and it's denied there. As now Princeton with it going the other way. It's Stanton who gets the screen and a timeout called by Princeton with 1 minute and 26 seconds remaining. So Temple 63, Princeton 59. We'll keep it here for this 30-second timeout. What are you looking for? What should Princeton be looking for coming out of this timeout to get a bucket here?
Malik Abdullahi. I mean, he's 21 points on the day, 9 for 11 from the field. And he's just been dominant. Temple's had no answer for him under the basket, and he's been covered by shorter guys on the Temple team. Jordan Mason, Darian Ford.
Take advantage.
They've taken advantage, and Temple really hasn't made many adjustments. They've tried to, but really no answer for it. Where either they'd bring in someone tall like Ayuba Bryant or Jemiah Felton, they would just add up some fouls. So Abdullahi's just been dominant on his own. He's really been a one-man wrecking crew. Or Jack Stanton or Jackson Hickey, who have also each with 10 points have been very solid shooters for the Tigers as well.
Definitely, we'll see what they do. The inbound pass goes to Clark and now back to Stanton. Stanton drives and looks to pass it inside to CJ Happy. His layup is up and in. So now a 2-point game here with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Temple 63, Princeton 61. Jordan Mason now slows it down a little and spreads out the offense, and Adam Fisher is going to call a timeout of his own. So now a 2-point game. So now I'm going to ask you the same question. Princeton got a bucket. What does Temple need to do to get one here?
Aiden Tobiason, Darian Ford, Jordan Mason, and maybe even Gavin Griffith. I mean, Gavin Griffiths, we've seen it all year. Those catch and shoots off the inbound passes, moving the ball around. There was the one possession a few possessions ago earlier in this half where they swung it to Griffiths. I thought Griffiths was going to shoot it. You thought he was. And then they swung it right to Tobiason. He had a wide open three for himself. So I'm expecting something like that, or even a Jordan Mason drive to the basket like he's done all day today and he's worked in a fundamental basket, which would be huge. However, they could get a basket right here. But definitely, really anyone on the court right now is who they could be looking to go to.
Yeah, we'll see who Adam Fisher calls this play for. But man, did we get a good one here in December on holiday break. Doesn't matter, WHIP Sports will still cover it. As Jordan Mason will inbound the ball from the left wing. Now Darian Ford with it, who drives and puts up the shot and is denied, but the ball goes out to Gavin Griffiths. With 10 seconds left on the shot clock, it goes to Mason. Mason with Abdullahi on him. Makes the moves and slips and goes down, and it goes to Princeton. So Princeton now with a chance to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. Stanton now calling out the play. Goes over to Jackson Hickey. Goes downside and stolen by who else? Jordan Mason. Mason now looking to go quick. Over to Darian Ford. His layup is up and no good. Rebound Princeton. Over now to Landon Clark, who has it. With a second separating the shot clock and the game clock, and a timeout is called. Sorry, 4/10 of a second separating the shot clock and game clock. 23.4 remaining here in this one as Princeton will call their final timeout. Temple with 1 more remaining. You think Jordan Mason should have maybe taken it, slowed it down a little?
I was just about to say exactly what I was thinking. I like the idea of driving to the basket and wanting to get that basket, but in the situation, you're up by 2, under 30 seconds to go. There's no need for you to have to score the basket. You're not down by 2, you're up by 2. You take it out, and like 4/10 separating the shot clock and game clock, they'd likely have to foul you.
Yeah, it was an exciting fast break opportunity, but a risky one at that, and it did not pay off for the Owls. So now Princeton with a chance to go for the tie or go for the win. Getting flashbacks to the Big 5 game, the last one that I did with Pat Dallahan, where St. Joe's was in this same opportunity and hit a buzzer beater to win. There is a lot more time left in this one.
There definitely is, but...
So I don't expect them to drain a lot of clock. I think they'll probably get the best shot and look probably to Abdullahi.
That's who I was thinking Abdullahi they would go to, saying they're only down by 2, don't need a 3. A 3 would put them in the lead. But Abdullahi, who's been the one-man wrecking crew for the Tigers today, has been unstoppable down there. So what would feel like for the Tigers would be what seems like could be a guaranteed 2 for them if they get the right matchup for Abdullahi, but on the side of Princeton's basket now.
So Clark will inbound the basketball, and they go cross court to Abdullahi, and over 3 for Clark, no good. And a foul will go against Princeton. 3 was great play drawn up for Jack Stanton, who comes off the screen for a wide open 3, could not get it to go. But a huge rebound from Ayuba Bryant, who will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, like you said, a near perfect drawn-up play by Mitch
Not
Henderson.
going to get a much better shot than that.
Really couldn't. Everything was perfect besides the ball going in the basket. And even though it didn't go in the basket, it ended up in the hands of Ayuba Bryant,
who's 2 for 3 from the line today, and he knocks down the one that counts.
There it is again.
Now a 3-point game. Ayuba Bryant tying his career high 7 points.
It's a huge free throw from Bryant right there.
And he knocks down both. Ayuba Bryant is pumped up. Now a 4-point lead with 15 seconds remaining. The three from Stanton is up short. Rebound, Gavin Griffiths, and he is fouled, and he will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
And Ayuba Bryant is still fired up after those 2 free throws he made. He was clapping as he came off the line last time, and after Griffiths got the rebound, he was fired up, pumping his fists everywhere. Great to see the
as he
emotion.
Should be. Huge clutch free throws from Bryant. And now Gavin Griffiths will have a chance to get his first points of the day, and they'll come from the line where he's an 83.3% free throw shooter, and he misses the first one. So still a 4-point game. Cannot foul. Looking to draw a foul is Clark, but unable to do so now. Rebounded Darian Ford, and that will do it, folks. Temple holds on to this one, 65 to Princeton 61. An exciting one here at the Liacouras Center. But Temple ultimately able to hold on to get the win.
The rare non-conference season sweep, as they would say.
Yeah, 2-0 against Princeton on the season. And now Temple head into conference play as they face Charlotte away on Tuesday, December 30th, right before 2026, right before the new year. So big win to end non-conference play, but now the real work begins for the Owls. What did you like from the Owls, and what do you want to see them improve for going into conference play?
I mean, the player of the game overall, Jordan Mason, 16 points. Jordan Mason, we talked about it at the one break. Really, he's a great point guard where someone who just can set up the offense, run the offense well, but really this season hasn't been a significant scorer for this Owls team. So the fact that he put up 16 today, it has had really a lot more productive offensive scoring games the last 2 games. It's really exciting to see in a really bright, it's a bright spot. It's a bright spot for this Owls team, especially going into conference play, like you said, where it really does matter. So if you can get Jordan Mason to run this offense while producing like he did today, there's a lot to look forward to for this Owls future.
Definitely. We'll see what is in store for the Temple Owls. But for Charlie Halleckman, I'm Max Blakelock. Thank you so much for listening to WHIP Sports Radio, and have a great, happy holidays. We'll be back with our next call in January.